Hello everyone. Tonight, See Today will talk with two inspirational members of the youth who play a major role in education and environment with their international achievements. They're doing what they can with heart and love to the society. In our studio, we now have Neas Wanembo, the founder of Wene Foundation, a community that cares about education in Papua. We also have Swietenia Puspa Lestari, a founder of Diverse Clean Action, a community that keeps waste away from the ocean. Welcome to the show, Tenia and also Neas. Thank you so much for being here. And probably the first question I would love to give to Neas. You founded Wene. Tell us about Wene, probably for our viewers who are not familiar with Wene.
Wene is mean good news. Wene is local language from Papua. Good news. So Wene is providing books for disadvantaged children in the remote and rural area of Papua, and we support them by opening library because where I have experience during my study, we don't have book to read, and also the facilities are not good in the school, and also we don't have teacher to teach us. So that's why me and my friend, we started Wene. So even though there is no teachers or there's no facilities of schools, but there is a book that providing children that they can read and they can study. So,
well, with us living in Indonesia, let's get real. Like lots of people actually going abroad, and they don't or did not have any will to come back to Indonesia because they said even a better livelihood and stuff like that. But you studied IT. You also had the opportunity to do a student exchange in Arizona. What brought you back to Papua in a remote area and found Wene?
Yeah, I think that I call it that's a calling for me to see the generation are losing their hope, to see the generation they don't have hope, they can't access to education, and they will lose to build a better life for Papua and people in community. So I see that as a young people from Papua, as a native, I have to do something about it to bring hope to people, to life, to community life. So that's why I have to come back because I'm still young, and in young age you have power to do something extraordinary. And that even though we didn't get paid from what we are doing, but I believe that we bring chance to people's life. So
I'll get back to you on that because that's probably quite interesting for some viewers. But I want to ask Tenia, can you tell us the background of the Diverse Clean? Because it is not really common for people to go into that direction. What drawn you into that activity?
Yeah, I grew up as a scuba diver from a scuba diver family, so I really love the oceans. And since I was a child, I really loved to scuba diving and experiencing, the beautiful of under the water. And I really understand that actually there's a lot of challenges the oceans have. And with that in mind, and then also the background of my study, I studied environmental engineering. I feel like I need to do something because there's a gap between like what's happening on ground and then also what's the knowledge, the opportunity that can be done on the islands. Therefore, we founded the community of Diverse Clean Action, to do like ocean conservation action that based with a youth-led movements.
Well, using a poster to keep the ocean clean habit limitation, this have become the challenge for you to educate people. But how do you encourage people to have the proper mindset to keep the ocean clean? Because as we all know, the COP27 had passed, and lots of people are saying that lots of things from COP26 did not really implement well during the year of 2022. But how do you encourage people to do so?
Yeah, our focus is to change the behavior, right? For people that doesn't care at all of the oceans, now they're trying to be care and then do something about the oceans. And to make them care is to make sure that they can understand and believe the challenges and then also the options that they can have. Therefore, I believe that we do have the privilege of having the chance to, scuba diving, to get the educations. So what we do is actually to make people experiencing under the water without the need of scuba diving. Therefore, one of the examples that we do is we bring virtual reality video for the kids that doesn't have any opportunity to enjoy the underwater. So they understand what are there under the water and how can they actually protect it from their own home.
Wow, that's really quite a transformation in a way of introducing and also encouraging people. But Neas, you were mentioning about how you were not getting paid to do this whole thing in Hanoi and stuff like that. Aside of that, what are the challenges that you've been facing since the first time you started Hanoi?
The challenges that we face is the book that we are collecting or sending from different area of Indonesia, especially from Jakarta.
Yeah.
And it's too costly from Jakarta to Papua, so it's too expensive. So sometimes we do fundraising. We sell T-shirt and some stuff to send the book. So we sell, and also the second thing is the book are not related with the local context, because we know that Papua has a lot of culture, different language and things. So the people are in rural area, they don't accept example like train. The kids in Papua they don't see the train, but they can. So it's like bring big problem to them to imagine and to see. So it's like the book has not local context. And the third is the language. It's because in Papua different villages we have different language. So we want to support different villages. We have to work with the local stakeholder that we can speak properly to the local, because our movement is to the people in the grassroots, to the people in the remote area.
We all know that you both went for your education. You went to the student exchange in Arizona. You also studied the environmental engineering.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought to go for environmental engineering? But instead of going for a professional career, you went to, contribute to communities. Did you feel like you missed something?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I feel like, we gain the opportunity to give back more.
Yeah.
Therefore, our opportunity to student exchange overseas, I feel like we get the networks, we get like what's happening on the other countries, and we can actually bring that best practices and lesson learned in our country, because, our country is really rich, we are really wonderful,
Exactly.
but so many things needs to be done, and I believe, having youth on force, together collaborate, we can actually change the future of Indonesia to become like the savior of the world's nature.
I need you to socialize further about this. And Neas, what pushed you to contribute to the community?
The need of my people. I think my people last month. I was saying that about they are struggling for living, for education, and to see a lot of my younger generation, they didn't get access to education. So I have to stand for them. I have to fight for them. So education can equal for everyone in the rural area and also in Papua. So everyone can access the education. Our tagline for Hanoi is setiap anak harus sekolah. Every child must go to school. So with that, we are still keep moving forward to have equal education in the remote area of Papua.
Okay, so probably in a little bit more particular note, what is your hope for education system in Indonesia as a whole?
Education system Indonesia to be transformed. So
In what way?
in the because Indonesia is very rich with the culture and language, and so with the local context. So in Papua, like we have to make the curriculum in Papua way. I think that will be the children, they can easy to understand.
Relatable.
Yeah,
Even more relatable.
Yeah, relatable with the local context. That will be easy to understand. Then, like currently, we have curriculum all over Indonesia is the same. So some island is really hard to understand.
Yeah.
They really hard to what they implementing the curriculum. So I think that would be a good idea to implement it. Yeah.
As for Tenia,
Yes.
what are your hopes for Indonesian oceans and also the handling on, mitigating the, ocean destructions, I might say?
Yeah, my hope is for everybody that lives in Indonesia realize that Indonesia is actually can become like a solution nation, a nature-based solutions for the world's climate crisis, because we have a lot of like great ocean health and then also like mangrove conservation activity. But if we're not realizing that and we don't act now, we cannot be that solution for the world. Therefore, I believe we need and I need more youth to really, take the lead on having ocean conservation action in all over the provinces in Indonesia. Because if we do something, then we can have a prosper and a clean future.
To be able to communicate with the children in remote areas, I have to say that's a priceless experience, and I would want personally thank you for that in your respective field, but. Since we are talking to Indonesian youth at the moment, let's play a little game. It's going to be easy. So it's going to be in Indonesia. There's a special day for the youth called the Youth Pledge Day, or locally known as Hari Sumpah Pemuda.
Right.
Can you recite the Youth Pledge?
Sure, in Bahasa?
In Bahasa Indonesia. Or, Neas, can you go with the first one? With the first one.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sumpah Pemuda.
Yeah.
Ya. Pertama, kami pemuda dan pemudi Indonesia. Kami pemuda dan pemudi Indonesia mengaku bertumpah darah satu tanah air Indonesia.
Good. That's right. That's right. Okay. The next one. Tenia.
Kedua, kami pemuda-pemudi Indonesia mengaku berbangsa satu, bangsa Indonesia.
Oh, that is actually correct. And the last one, kami putra dan putri atau pemuda dan pemudi Indonesia menjunjung bahasa persatuan, bahasa Indonesia. Can I have a round of applause for my guests over here? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, it's been a pleasure to talk to you as a representation of Indonesian youth, and I hope that more people could actually do and also extend your effort in your respective field, in education and also in preserving the ocean. Thank you so much. And both of you have inspired me and also the viewers at home or wherever they're watching. And I hope you continue to change the world for the better place.